And you must be very pleased with the way Alina's been playing here.
Yeah, it's a great start to the year. She played excellent today, so really happy with that.
Were you a little nervous at the end of the second set?
Oh yeah, definitely. At the end of the second set, but the 1-1 game was the tight one, and when she got through that, you can kind of saw that she got the momentum and carried that all the way through.
How important was it for her to win that game, like mentally, physically, the whole thing?
Yeah, I think you could see it. I mean, it was, I don't know how many juices it was, but it felt it was almost longer than the second set, that game. And I think she was serving into the sun, so once she got through that, she had all the confidence and managed to take it home.
Previous rounds against Zhang, she was struggling. Zhang played really well, but she fought very hard. I mean, is that what you're seeing from her as always? And is she fighting as hard as she's ever?
Yeah, it's one of her best attributes, and you can see it almost every match she plays. And in the round before, Zhang played amazing, and she just managed to get through. But that fighting spirit always gives her a chance.
What difference do you think winning the WTA finals has made to it?
I guess it just gives you that confidence that you can win on the biggest stage, beat the biggest players in the biggest tournaments.
And she said about working on some of the mental aspects of her game. Like, can you tell us what you have been telling her?
I guess it actually hasn't been that much of a focus. We haven't talked about it that much in before the tournament. It's just kind of going out and always believing and taking your opportunities.
What's Alina like to coach? Is she someone who needs a lot of stats or something in the build-up? She need a lot of tactical advice, or is she very good at that herself?
No, she is good at that. Obviously, you have to, it's a kind of normal, level. But yeah, she's very good. She picks things up really quickly, which is obviously makes it easy as a coach, and she follows the tactics he set. So yeah.
Because some players will just say why or no. Or,
Yeah, she's. But we talk about it and we kind of work things out together. I think that's been a.
Can you tell us a bit about your relationship with her? Because most coaches are generally quite a bit older than players. You're obviously a very similar age to her. I mean, is that ever a problem in terms of when the coach is older, there's generally a sort of natural authority that they might have? Is that ever a problem, do you find, with Alina?
No, I don't think so. I think kind of she respects me, and I think I've kind of worked and earned her trust and respect really over the years we've been working.
But there must be times when you and her disagree about something. I mean, is that difficult because she's ultimately the boss, isn't she? She's the one who employs you.
Yeah, but I don't think the age thing makes a difference. We're both adults and kind of I don't think that's an issue. But I think it's just kind of the respect is there, and that's that.
There's quite a lot of talk amongst the Grand Slams about bringing some form of coaching into the game, whether it be from the stands or on court, or even Fed Cup style, sitting alongside them.
Yeah.
What do you think about whether it should be introduced, and if it was, which one would you prefer?
I always say that I think it just needs to be the same in all the tournaments. I think that having some sort of consistency is important. I think it's difficult when some tournaments you can do it, so Grand Slams you can't. So whatever they decide, it's got to be for everything. As a coach, it'd be nice to go on and, like today, I'd like to go on and say my bit, make a difference, but then obviously the other coach can do the same thing. So from a selfish point of view, yes, I'd like it, but in terms of for tennis as a sport, maybe I'd lean towards no, because I think that's what makes it special with just the two players out there.
But if it was, if it was introduced, which one would you prefer? Even if it changed what's happened on the WTA tour, if they went with Fed Cup style and everyone did it, so you sat alongside her.
I don't think the sit alongside one. I like the one set. Once a set, I think that's interesting.
Dan saying that you actually think you like the way it is, the challenge between the two players.
I think if I was a player, I'd want just that, just me and them out there. But I'm saying from a selfish standpoint, as a coach, it makes me feel a bit more important going on, and
And still, there's a lot of discussion about whether coaches coach from the stands and whether it should be allowed. I mean, I've seen you and several coaches, just giving simple instructions it's very normal. I mean, is that something that needs to be normalised and allowed?
That's more of a grey area. I don't know if you saw me
I think
doing
it's-
anything.
At the end of the second set against Shang, just pushing forward, totally normal stuff that everyone, every coach would say.
Yeah, that's a grey area where, but yeah, I don't know if it's for me to say.
Is it,
How difficult is it though, as a coach, to not be able to have an input? Because obviously, in pretty much every other sport, a coach can have an input. So when you work so hard, kind of together for the rest of the time, and then when it comes to that key moment, you can't help.
Yeah. I mean, it can be frustrating, but that's where you hope the player can work out for themselves, and you've coached them through situations like that before, to help them find the solution on their own.
but it must be very frustrating being on the sidelines, knowing that, I'm talking about on the tour, that you can go down one set, you can give instructions, and then for the rest of the set you can't.
Yeah, that's why you've got to get the good information in when you get the opportunity.
Sorry.
No, go on.
Does she ever call you on just for a chat, or not when she actually really needs your help?
I think she's pretty. No, she calls me on. She wants information. She wants it straight up. She doesn't want to just. Sometimes it might be the best thing to just say, relax, take your time, whatever. But no, she wants what's
Andrew, she hasn't made it further than the quarterfinals in a Grand Slam, but do you see anything different in her game that makes you believe that this is going to be the year, or this is going to be the tournament, that she can go further?
I think she's one more year more mature. She won the finals, which was a big step. Her tennis is improving, so yeah, she has all the weapons to go further.
When did you decide, Andrew, that you wanted to go into coaching rather than trying to further your own playing career?
When I had no money and I was losing a lot of tennis matches. It was pretty easy. Yeah, it wasn't a big. It wasn't a tough decision.
And you always felt that coaching could be a good future for you, did you?
Not in particular something I've kind of just say fell into that, and I've always wanted to work in tennis in some capacity.
Yeah.
You were a hitting partner for quite a long time, weren't you?
Yeah. So my first kind of role on tour with Ivanovic was a hitting partner. Yeah.
And do you feel that gave you a chance to sort of learn a bit about coaching?
Yeah, absolutely. So I worked with Nigel Sears for a bit over a year, closely with him. So that was really good. And then kind of with Svitolina, I was more of at the beginning like an assistant role. I was working with Thierry Assion. So yeah, I learned from two experienced coaches. So it's been really helpful.
What's the most important thing that you
do? I guess it's just someone she can relate to on a human level more. I think making her feel comfortable, and yeah, someone she feels relaxed and trusting.
How long have you been her coach?
Just officially the main coach since off-season this year.
So she had another coach just 6 weeks or so, was it? Was he
The last 2 years, yeah. He worked all for Grand Slams and a few other tournaments
Oh, okay.
in between, yeah.